$100 million for what? A fantasy fight between Anthony Joshua and Tyson Fury. Listen, I've already done a video on this before. Go check it out. Go on my channel. Check it out. It's too late for these fights, man. These fights should have happened 7 years ago when these guys were both at the peak of their powers. $100 million. Listen, this fight is meaningless. There's no jeopardy. There's nothing on the line. Both guys are on the way out. Turki Al-Sheikh, I know he's a very generous man. And this is probably one of those fights that he's always wanted to see. Do you know what I mean? It's probably like fantasize Anthony Joshua, Tyson Fury, blockbuster clash and all that at Wembley. Sold out, 80,000, 90,000, whatever, record crowds, record pay-per-view buys and all that, Riyadh season, ecstatic and everything like that. I get it. I get it. I get it. I understand it. But you see, for me, boxing, yeah, it's all about meritocracy, man. You have to earn it. $100 million for Tyson Fury, Anthony Joshua, for me, is like rewarding failure. I'm going to be honest with you. There's so many other fighters out there. Martin Bakole, Kabayao, Zhile Zhang, Moses Aitoma, Fabio Wardley. Give these guys 20 million each. Give them 20 million each to fight. Because the Anthony Joshua, Tyson Fury fight, there's no jeopardy in there. It's meaningless. What's the motivation for that fight? They can't be fighting for the top dog in Britain, because the top dog in Britain, we all know who he is. His name is Daniel the Dynamite Dubois, because he's got a belt. Tyson Fury, Anthony Joshua, they've got no belt. Yeah, I understand in terms of the brand names, Anthony Joshua, Tyson Fury, they are the biggest guys in the UK. They still are. Not even just in the UK, globally. They're big names in the heavyweight division, in boxing in general. But in terms of merit, these guys, the last two fights, they failed. They failed. They are legends. Don't get me wrong. I'm not hating on these guys. I'm one of their biggest fans. Go check out my videos. I'm always bigging up Tyson Fury. I'm always bigging up Anthony Joshua. I'm always rooting for them whenever they get in that ring. I was backing Tyson Fury against Alexander Usyk in the last fight, but he let me down. He didn't want to go for it. He wasn't hungry enough. He wasn't a savage. Like he wasn't ready to take that risk and leave it all leave it all in the ring. He didn't want to do that. He chose the easy way out. He wanted to go and win on points, and he lost. And there's a lot of Fury fanboys like still crying, saying Fury won on points. I'm sorry. I allowed the delusion. Fury lost. I watched the fight like 3-4 times. Every time, I gave Tyson Fury 5 rounds. I gave Usyk 7. And some people are telling me I'm being generous. I got friends telling me, yo, Enzo, you're being too generous on Tyson Fury. They gave him like 2-3 rounds. I think that's unfair. I think Tyson Fury got 5 rounds. But he didn't do enough. That's what I'm saying. Anthony Joshua in the last fight against Daniel Dubois got sparked out. As much as I love Tyson Fury, I love Anthony Joshua. These guys have done a lot for the heavyweight division. They've done a lot for boxing, British boxing. They are legends. Yeah, their legacy in Britain is cemented. No one can argue against that. I can't hate on these men and what they have achieved. But them two fighting, for me, is a pointless fight. When I done the last video, someone said to me, yo, but Enzo, these guys are prize fighters. Do you know what I mean? Money is the motivation. I come back against that. I come back against that. Like when you're a kid, like, if you go to the gyms around the country, yeah, or around the world, you go to the boxing gyms, yeah, like, yes, a lot of the boxers, yeah, they're hustling because they have to pay money for coaching, they have to pay money for the gym and all that, and they have to maintain their lifestyle outside of the gym as well. So they're got hard working 9-to-5 jobs, yeah, to just fund their way through boxing until they get to the top. But I bet you speak to a lot of them guys, yeah, you go to them, what's your biggest motivation? Why are you a boxer? You really ask them that question. You try and build that connection with them. They're not gonna say to you that it's all about money. I'm a prize fighter. I just want to be a millionaire. Nah, a lot of them will actually say to you, yo, I want to win a world title. I want to be a world champion. I want my name to go down in history as one of the greatest. Do you know what I mean? That, for me, that's the biggest motivation. I understand if money's everything to you. If money is your religion, hey, Do your thing. Do your thing. I can't sit here and tell and say nothing to you. But I'm just saying there has to be more than that. There has to be jeopardy in this fight. There has to be something on the line. Now, if the fight is announced, let's say they make this fight. Let's just say, I don't want to see the fight. I think both guys are past their best. They should have fought each other 7 years ago. They could have had a trilogy. If these two guys were not being greedy, if they just took 50-50, if there wasn't greed, if managers, they didn't let managers and promoters get in their way, egos get in their way, boxing politics get in the way of them, yeah? These two guys, yeah, could have had a trilogy. They could have made way more than 100 million in 3 fights. Way more. But nah, they let their egos get in their way, promoters get in their way, yeah? Yes, men in their ears get in their way. We never saw that fight when these two guys were at their peak. So I blame Anthony Joshua and I blame Tyson Fury. It's their own fault. Now look at it. Now look at it. You're both way past it, yeah? I'm not ruling them out. I'm not saying retire. That's up to them. That's up to them. But I'm saying they're both past it. They're not the guys that they were 5-6 years ago. They're not. I know it. You at home know it. Do you know what I mean? You know it. So this fight for me is meaningless. But what was I gonna say? I forgot. But yeah, listen. If they announce this fight in a couple of weeks' time or in a couple of months' time, and they say, listen, Anthony Joshua, Tyson Fury, they're gonna fight each other, but it's an eliminator. The winner of that fight gets a title shot. See, now you're talking. Now you're talking. Yeah? Now you're talking because now there's something on the line, in it. There's some motivation for these guys to actually wake up in the morning, go running, get to the gym, hit some pads, yeah? Go do a bit of sparring and all that. Then there's some motivation to it. There's some jeopardy to it. There's something on the line because you know what? It gives both fighters the opportunity to go out there and fight for a belt. And that will mean a lot. Do you know what I mean? I'll be happy with that setting, that situation there. But if he's one of those things where it's a fantasy fight where, do you know, the Fury fans, AJ fans, they're thinking to themselves, you know what? We never saw them fight at their peak. We might as well just see it now anyway. Let's see who's the best. If that's the case, mate, for me, I'm not interested. That's my opinion. I'm not interested. For me, it's going to be like an exhibition fight. It's an exhibition fight because that's what an exhibition fight is. There's nothing to it. It don't mean shit. Listen, if Anthony Joshua was to beat Tyson Fury, he just feeds into his ego, innit? It don't mean that that fight don't go down in history because it's a meaningless fight. There's no belt. There's nothing on the line. There's nothing on that. For me, it will mean more for Joshua if he goes for the rematch against Daniel Dubois. Do you know why? Because there's a lot of motivation for him there. He gets the opportunity to get revenge. Yeah, he gets opportunity to undo the wrongs. That should be his biggest motivation. Do you know what I mean? Like, even Tyson Fury, if he can get a crack at Daniel Dubois for the belt, more motivation for Tyson Fury. Do you know what I mean? But Anthony Joshua, Tyson Fury fighting each other. AJ, Wilder, Fury 4, like, Ray, these 3 guys, I'll call them the 3-headed monsters. They're on their way out. We need to start looking at their future. That's what I'm saying. Turkey Al-Sheikh, instead of splashing 100 million on Tyson Fury and Anthony Joshua, there's a lot of up-and-coming boxers here. Like, I'm not going to name all of them. Moses Saitoma, there's so many of them. Even Fabio Wardley, man. Do you know what I mean? Kabayao, Martin Barcole. Mate, these guys, yeah, pay them 20 million, 15, 20 million each. Let them fight. Let them fight. Do you know what I mean? Because these guys haven't had the opportunity to make that big money that Tyson Fury and Anthony Joshua have. These man, Joshua Fury, they're set for life. They've made millions. And I'm sure they're going to make more as well in the near future. But there's other fighters out there that are deserving, that should be rewarded for their hard work, their patience, and everything like that. The risk they've been taking. Martin Barcole, man, someone give 15 million to Martin Barcole. Do you know what I mean? Turkey Al-Sheikh should just do a show in London, America or whatever, yeah? Saudi, whatever. Pick the location. Don't matter. Bring all these guys, man. These up-and-coming boxers. Give them all $1 million each, $2 million each. Pay them. Let them fight. I know, yeah? For the casuals, yeah, it won't mean anything because they want to see the big fights. The casuals want to see the big names. But I'm talking for the purists, the guys that really follow boxing, the guys that know about their boxing, they know what they're talking about, yeah? You appreciate skill. We appreciate, yeah, the boxers that really graft, yeah, that work the way up, that put the work in, yeah. We appreciate them and we want them to be rewarded. Because we understand that not everyone in that boxing pyramid is eating like that. Not everyone's eating like that. But I get it. Boxing is a business, isn't it? It's a business, isn't it? Turki Al-Sheikh is looking from a business point of view. Do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? How much money does Turki Al-Sheikh even make from these shows? I don't think he makes any. I don't really think he makes any money from it. I think Turki Al-Sheikh is just doing it because of the love that he has for boxing. He wants the biggest fight. He's got endless amount of cash. He can pay these guys whatever he wants. I just feel like we shouldn't reward failure. I feel like boxing should be based on meritocracy, on merit. And I know boxing doesn't work that way because there's a lot of politics. I get it. Anthony Joshua, Tyson Fury should have fought, like I said, 5-6 years ago. It would have made way more sense than now. $100 million. Listen, I've got 100 million reasons why Anthony Joshua, Tyson Fury shouldn't fight. That's my take on it. That's my take on it. Let other people get the opportunity, you know. But like I said, if they announce that fight and there's some jeopardy on the line, like where there's like, you know, the winner can fight for a belt or something like that, yeah, that's different. That's different. Do you know what I mean? That's different. Then it changes the whole dynamics. Do you know what I mean? Now there's some jeopardy on the line. But apart from that, if these two fight, they're just trying to feed their egos. So Joshua can say, yeah, I beat Fury. And Fury can say, yeah, I beat Joshua. But to the public, to the wider context, if we look at the history, these fights don't go down in history, man. Because you'll be one of those meaningless fights, two fighters that are slightly past their best, trying to correct their wrongs, trying to make up for lost opportunities of the past. And for me, that's wrong, man. You know what I mean? That's just my opinion. That's just my opinion. Let me know in the comments what you think. Do you want to see Joshua versus Fury? And if you want to see that fight, let me know why do you want to see that fight? What does that fight actually mean to you? And be real. Keep it real. What does that fight actually mean to you? And the winner of that fight, would you care who wins? Let me know in the comments, man. Let's have that conversation, man. Listen, thank you so much for watching EMGM Sports. I want to leave it at that. I don't think I have to say too much, really. You know, I've said so much. There's other videos. Go check them out on my channel. I spoke so much about this fight between Joshua and Fury, and for me, it's meaningless. So I'm not gonna say too much more. Yeah. Like I said, man, thank you so much for watching EMGN Sports. I'm your boy Enzo. Please don't forget, if you are new to the channel, like the video, drop a comment, subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to hit the notification bell because that's how you're going to be notified every time I drop a video. And you don't want to miss every time I drop because I've got some great content coming up in 2025. Trust me, you do not want to miss out. You want to be part of this. You want to be part of this community, part of this movement. And the only way you can support us to grow is by subscribing. Do you know what I mean? You subscribing, you engaging with the channel will give me that motivation that I need to keep on going. Because you know how that you know how this YouTube game works. You know what I mean? Like, if you're not getting the engagement, you know, you stay static. So for me to move forward, I need your support and I need you to show the channel some love. You know what I mean? So go ahead, you do that. But listen, I want to leave you at that. I'll see you again real soon with another one. Until then, stay blessed. Peace.